Hi everybody, it's Ricky and Miles here, and today we're going to be making
maple syrup mead, also known as Acerglyn.
That's right. So we started this on November 19th, the year 2020, and today's
January 17th?
That's right, you're good.
Awesome. It's been a long 2 to 3 weeks,
Yes.
but we're finally here.
First thing we want to do is take a hydrometer reading on it to see how much alcohol the yeast made and how much sugar is left. We're going to go with 1.000, which is pretty damn dry. Most of the sugar's gone. There might be a little touch of sweetness, but mostly gone. So this started at 1.112 specific gravity, and it ended at 1.000. So this is probably about 14, maybe 14.5% alcohol. It's serious business.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's branded.
It is branded.
That's awesome.
It is. My friend Tiana bought both of these for me.
Aww,
they say Let's Wine About It on it.
How nice of her.
Soon enough, you too will be able to buy Let's Wine About It merchandise
on the Let's Wine About It store.
That's right. So to review what we put into this, we did 2 pounds of clover honey, 1.5 pounds of maple syrup, 1 cinnamon stick, and 1 clove. The cinnamon stick and the clove have been in here for 2 months. That's probably too long to leave your spices in your mead or your wine or whatever it is you're fermenting. But here we are. It's okay. I think with time, they might age out. If they're a little too bitter right now, it'll mellow out. So now, let's smell it.
Yeah, let's try it out.
Tell the people what you smell, Ricky.
Like I said, it's a little, I'm not much of a wine guy, so getting a little like vinegar alcohol-y smell, yeah. But you just got to give it a taste. That's the most important thing here. That's actually, I like this.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell the cinnamon and the clove.
Yeah.
It is definitely there. Maple syrup, I'm not really seeing. I'm not seeing it. One of the other 5 senses.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm just not.
I smell it and it smells bizarre. I've never smelled anything like it. I think the spices are just really, really present. Mm-hmm. I get a little bit of cinnamon. I get kind of foresty. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah. It's kind of like
mulch maybe?
Yeah, like one of those really hoppy IPAs that just tastes like sap.
Yep. So let me taste it. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's like numbing, like it numbs your tongue.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea because it's pretty dry. Like there's a teeny bit of sweetness. The cinnamon's there.
Yeah.
But it's not like a dessert maple-y mead that I'm going for. So we'll look at it. I think it is overspiced. That is just what we'll have to deal with. But we're going to add, I'm not getting any maple flavor really. And that's very common with Acerglyns. If you did this and you're not tasting the maple flavor after primary fermentation, it ferments out. So to get that maple flavor, you really have to back sweeten with maple syrup, which is exactly what we're going to do. With sugar or with maple syrup or with whatever sweetener I'm adding to a mead or wine, I want to do it in smaller increments rather than more, just in case I undershoot it, I can always add more. So I'm thinking we start with 4 ounces of maple syrup, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'd rather just do it that way.
Yeah. See what's up.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the maple syrup used for sweetening into our second fermenting jar. Because then I'm thinking when we rack from the primary fermenter into here, it'll just kind of naturally mix in there and dissolve rather than me having to shake it up later, because that might add too much oxygen that I'm willing to add into it. You don't want to expose your mead or wine at this point to oxygen. It'll make it flabby, take away all the flavors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's working out perfectly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, look at that.
So we're going to rack this now, which is just a fancy word for siphoning from A to B, because we want to get it off of that thick layer of dead yeast and gunk at the bottom here. And if you rack a couple times and you let it sit for a really long time, the mead will become crystal clear. That's what we're doing here. We're also getting it off of the spices in here, the cinnamon and the clove. They've done enough. We need to get them out. So we're just going to siphon the liquid out of it.
All right. Let's start it up. What do I do? Just like pump it up and down?
Yeah, a couple times. You have to press it all the way down. Yeah. And you should be good. Yep. So Ricky, you got any more interesting facts about yourself for me and my audience?
Oh boy, no.
Well, in that case, let me tell you something about me you might not know. When I was a kid, I was fascinated with astronomy. We're talking like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
And I made a poster board presentation for every planet in the solar system.
Aww.
All in my own time, just because I thought it was cool.
Was that right around the time they took out Pluto?
Right around the time, yeah. 2006 is when they dubbed Pluto the dwarf planet status.
How did grade school you take that?
I didn't care. Unlike everyone else who has an emotional attachment to the names that we give planets, I don't have that.
That's, you know what? That's harsh, but I can respect that.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with this sludge here? Because
technically, Ricky, you could drink it if you wanted to. You're gonna do it?
I'm making a mistake, aren't I?
All right. Let's see what it tastes like. This is fun. Nobody ever has wanted to do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then it got bad.
What's it taste like?
I can taste the clove like a lot more in here. A lot more. That's where I want to leave that. I'll just put it right here, and that's where it will remain until the end of time.
What I was going for didn't work. It did not. Racking it into here didn't mix in that maple syrup. So we're just gonna have to do something I don't really want to do, which is swirl it around, shake it up, get oxygen in there to mix it up. I just don't have any other way. It's not a ton of oxygen. We're gonna be okay. Honestly, it's degassing right now. There's so much carbon dioxide that's still in here that I think we don't have to worry about oxygenating it. Because see how it's bubbling now in here? That means it's releasing CO2 since we aggravated it. Awesome. So I'm not too worried about it. I'd say it's 1.007 maybe.
Okay.
So let's taste it. See if that did anything appreciably.
Let's do it.
Ugh. Right.
It wasn't that bad. You should try it.
Yeah.
Look at how clear it is, though. Like, you can probably see my face through it. All right, maybe not. You know, if you could see me, I'm smiling. It's noticeably different.
Okay.
Like I don't know if I'm like having the maple syrup hit me like I want it to. I want it to like just rush at me, but you know, I can tell it's there.
Okay. You do taste a little bit of increase in the maple flavor?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I definitely say it has less of like that like alcohol cut.
Okay. It's not where I want it to be. So to get to a final gravity of 1.020, we're going to add 7 ounces of maple syrup.
All right.
Oh, that's 6.9.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. Man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there really is a lot down there, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, in the process, we were also able to degas it, which is a non-essential step. You want to degas it right before you bottle it. If you bottle it with this suspended CO2, it'll be slightly carbonated. It's not going to taste as good as it could because the CO2 in there has picked up a lot of off flavors. That's not the way they make carbonated wine. There's a different process. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. We're at exactly 1.020. Geniuses.
Oh, yeah.
Geniuses.
We got it done.
I'm really excited about this one. All right. Go ahead and give the smelling notes that you get.
I can definitely smell a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, I'm getting some maple syrup.
Let's try it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a definite difference. Even from adding the first 4 ounces, I'm definitely getting a little bit more of that maple flavor.
Oh. Okay, I do.
Yeah.
Not as much as I want though.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just add the rest.
The rest of it.
I know 1.020 is really sweet, and same for me. When I make wines and they come out to 1.020, that's the sweetness limit. Mm-hmm. This isn't doing it. I think because we spiced it so much that the bitterness of it needs a higher sweetness to really like taste a different. What am I trying to say here?
Just to level it out.
To level it out, and I think because it's so bitter, it can take more sweetness. And like your perception of what's sweet, of what the sweetness that it is going to be less than it would be if there weren't those spices in there. Okay, so I think we need to add more. I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we got time. We got time. So 5.7 ounces to bring the final gravity of this to 1.030, which for me is way higher than I ever thought I would like bring a beverage after the fact, but it needs it.
That's where we're gonna go. We said 5.7, and that is
5.8. Yeah.
I was almost there. You're like right on the edge.
Horseshoes, hand grenades, and sugar additions. Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just about. Yeah. 1.030.
So this would be considered sacrilegious in the winemaking world. What we're doing here is beyond the eyes of God.
Yeah, no, wine snobs would be like, "The f are you doing?" But I don't care. I want it to taste good. I don't care about numbers. Those don't matter. I really think because we spiced it so much, it needs more sugar to taste sweet. So
it's a bold wine for a bold channel.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's goodness.
Definitely where we want it. It's it's definitely like lightening the whole thing up.
Okay. I don't know what portions of this are going to get into the final video because there's just too much content right now. But we're just going to add the rest.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Yep. I'm not even. I guess I'll take one last reading, but just toss it in.
We have now added the full 32 ounces, the whole quart of maple syrup into this thing right here.
I know. You wouldn't tell though. It doesn't taste that sweet.
It really doesn't.
Amazing.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're at 1.034.
Awesome.
This will be the final one because we don't have any more maple syrup.
Definitely smells sweeter than where we were.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a lot closer.
Okay.
I think that's like what you were thinking of, right?
I think that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I think any other harsh notes and edges to it and bitterness from the spices will age out over time.
Awesome.
So then in like a year when we come back to this, it'll be perfect. Because right now, I'm really content with that.
Oh yeah, the finish. It's a
mapley goodness.
If you could taste this right now, oh my.
It just goes to show that any sort of scale, like 1.0 is dry, it won't taste sweet. 1.010 will taste semi-sweet. 1.020 will taste really sweet, and anything above is disgusting. You can't make those generalized statements because the amount of acid, the amount of bitterness, the amount of tannin, all of those things will impact how sweetness is perceived, how the amount of sugar that's in here is perceived. It will change depending on those other parameters. This is at 1.034. That's sacrilegious in the winemaking community, but it tastes excellent. So we're calling it there. We're calling it good.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap. So thank you so much, Ricky, for joining us on this video. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I loved being on here. It was very fun. Had a great time.
It was.
Watching this progress and seeing your knowledge and your craft. And it was a pleasure.
I appreciate it. Of course. So where we go next time? We let this sit, age, clarify even more till it's crystal clear. Probably take a month, maybe 2 months. Ricky will be back, and we will bottle this, and that'll be the end of the Acerglyn journey. But until then, watch all my videos. Go follow Ricky on Instagram, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. I don't have an Instagram.
You don't?
No.